deal to start a season with guys down. How are you guys approaching? I know it's early, but how are you approaching it with not having all you guys and still got a season to play?
I mean, it happens. It's part of the NBA. It's part of any sport. But like any sport, you got to keep, got to keep going. Got to keep playing with the guys that we have, and we've been taking a very serious approach like we do if those guys were here. So we're ready for whatever.
What's been at least the adjustment in the last game? I feel like you guys can implement in this game, not having both of them.
I mean, going to last game, we kind of game plan for it. But it's one thing to see how guys guard it, and really, try to do it in the game. And so now we have adjustments based on something that we've seen in the game more than, adjustments based on something we think we may see. You know what I'm saying? So we have something to actually go off of. We have film that we can get better through.
Josh, you guys' numbers in the half court defensively were really good in the first two games. What do you contribute that to?
Just our communication, our activity, our physicality, and just our competitive nature.
How do you like physicality as well? It feels like you guys are certainly embraced with
Yeah, I mean, everybody's taking it personal, what coach wants. Everybody wants to win their matchup defensively. I think it's guys fighting out there individually and fighting out there as a collective as well.
Josh, what are your expectations for yourself this season? It seems like you're really playing with the edge, and that's been apparent these first couple games.
For me, it's just my goal is I want to be on the all defensive team, or at least consideration for one, and just to kind of be the defensive anchor for this team, and I'll just go further and win the championship this year. That's my goal. So I'm gonna play as hard as I can to get that goal.
That defensive all NBA defense has always been a goal, or is that becoming?
It's been a goal for a long time. Just for me, it's just being able to play consistently and still bring that defensive, presence, and also winning. Those are like kind of the components that I've been missing. So right now it's just trying to stay on that court and try to be as impactful defensively and just overall as I can.
Josh, first home game of the regular season to start. What has maybe Frank Vogel been saying to this team heading in and the expectations for what you think tonight's going to be?
Yeah, we just got to protect home. He thinks, and I think, and we think that we could be, one of the best, home record team in the NBA. And our fans are great. We've been sold out for a while now, so fans deserve it.
Josh, what do you think you can take from Coach Vogel that's going to help you make that all defensive?
For me, just to be how a lot of people say star in your role, just to be a star in my role defensively. Kind of learn the system and just use the system to, create steals, deflections, charges, and everything I can do to impact our defense.
Josh, you got so good at setting possessions. I mean, how much you work on that vertical leap for the rebound?
I don't work it at all. That's just appreciate God for that. Appreciate God for how high I can jump.
Coach Vogel joked that he looked at the box score and was shocked to see only 4 offensive rebounds. He felt like he got 8 or 9. Did you have a similar reaction when you saw it?
Yeah, and I thought I had more defensive rebounds too. And I watched the game and I actually did. Especially the Golden State game, they gave me 1 defensive rebound. I was like, what? But it's not about that. It's just for me. It's just about the left column. You try to get the win. Whatever I can do to, like I said, impact winning, which includes offensive rebounding. That's what I'm doing.
How many total?
They call them team rebounds, and I think that you have a lot of those where you get a hand on it, and you're the one who got it out in the first place. Crediting it somewhere else.
That's fine. As long as we get possession, that's really all I care for.
I was going to ask, how many total rebounds did you add up from the first game?
I won't count. I was just playing. I just know it was more than 1.
Right.
I remember having more than 1 defensive rebound. I wasn't like, I had 3, I had 4.
Right.
But I just knew it was more than 1. But it's like I said, as long as we got the win, it really doesn't matter to me.
Offensively, it was 7 for sure. When I went back, it was 4.
Hey, we got to rescind that to the NBA.
I don't have that kind of authority, unfortunately.
Just like my flopping fine.
Yeah. Josh, what was your reaction when you got that?
When I seen that, the first thing I seen, and I thought, I'm like, it's gonna be a long season. If you call that a flop, or if that's considered a flop worthy of a fine, then there's gonna be a lot of money going into that fine box this year.
Well, because you have to not show the officials, but make it known like you're getting hit in a certain way.
Or else a million times, like especially a team who sets all those screens like Golden State plays with that physicality. I mean, it's all, especially me who's running all around the place. I was getting hit a lot. So I don't know, but it's cool.
Maybe the league is just trying to set the.
And I'm just the guy who got to take the fall. That's cool.
There are those screens where they're.
Yeah, exactly.
Josh, how fun has it been with you being a defensive guy when you guys get rolling defensively, especially early in the season?
I love it. I love everything about defense. I feel like defense should be more glorified like offense is. Obviously, offense is what, what's the highlights, but, people should get fired up about defense just as much as offense, in my opinion.
Josh, after watching the game back, what do you feel like are the things correctable that you guys can do from that fourth quarter?
We could have got easier shots, ran the ball a lot more in transition, been a little more less stagnant on offense, but it happens.
How do you try and pick your spots in situations where you're figuring out when to cut and when to stay in a spacer? There were a couple of turnovers.
Yeah, it comes with chemistry. Just learning what teammates want, learning what they'll do in different situations. It's still early in the season.
Thanks, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Josh.